So, good afternoon, all, and welcome to another lecture of semester one, electronics, and in which we were expecting to study some of the basic and passive instruments, passive components of electronics. And I guess we have completed resistances, capacitances, and inductors in that, and also we have completed a topic of transformers. And today we are going to continue with the same unit one of paper one, and we might complete it today. So the last topic uh, that is yet to complete is the relays and the switches. So we'll go and complete those things. So I'm sharing my screen. Yes. So give me a moment. I guess my screen is visible to you. My
Yes,
screen is visible? Yeah. Right.
yes,
Right. So yeah, let me introduce myself. Myself, Dr. N.D. Meshram, and I'm head of department electronics, associate professor, and head of Sri Mathura Das Mohta College of Science. And I'm going to teach you today the basics of switches and relays. Right. So this is a topic which is a very concern to me because it is very useful for you people. So you have learned, you have seen, you have used these switches while having our own appliances on or off. So we are going to study the same things only, but in a different perspective. So yes, switches and relays. So what are their users? How they look like? What actually they work? How they work? That is what we are going to study today. So this is a switch that you have seen, I guess, at your homes. We have switches to switch on or off our lights, bulbs, or any other appliances. And this is a relay that is there. Relays are there in say to connect with say DC and to on off the AC. Right, so we will study in depth the relays also. So this is a picture of relay. So we need to study those. So let us begin with that. Switches and relays. We are going to study in this today's lecture. So the first is, what is a switch? Now, what when I say a switch, what it implies, what is that comes to your mind? A switch is nothing but a button switch, which is used to say cut off or switch on the flow of current. Right? We are just uh, breaking or making the connections in a wire. So the wire is connected like this, and if you break it, it is off. And when you make it, it is on. So it is a mechanical contact sort of thing. So that is there, which is used to on or off. When it is closed, it is on. When it is open, it is off. Right. So that is what we use in our day-to-day life daily. Actually, when we switch on our home appliances like tube light and fans, so we switch on just in a button. So that is a basic concept of a switch, and it looks like this. So that is what I was telling you, that a switch is used to make or break the line. So the flow of current can be break or make accordingly. So this is the symbol of the switch, S1, and if you are able to see over here, so this is the switch which need to connect. This is in the off position. When we switch on, then this is going to connect to this point, and the current is going to flow through that wire. And this is what is the basic concept of it. Now, how the switches look like. So these are some of the switches which are being widely used in our day-to-day lives, and these are some of the basic switches which I guess we don't use generally, because these are actually used in DC supplies. So whenever we are supposed to connect with DC sources, we have to connect these types of sources. For AC sources, we have the switches at our home. So AC 220 volts, AC with 50 hertz frequency, they work on those switches. These are some of the DC switches that we can use. These are variants of some of the switches that I'm showing you in this clip. So this is a switch, and yeah. So the first switch that comes to in our topic is single pole, single throw. That is SPST, single pole, single throw, SPST switch. Right, now, how it looks like. So I will let you know. Single throw, single pole, single throw. So just imagine single, singly. So a simple on-off switch. This type can be used. Right. So this time this type can be used to switch the power supply to the circuit, right? So you have used this single pole, single throw, right? So एक इसमें वो on होगा, एक इसमें off होगा, बस open होगा और close होगा. That is what we are using it in our day-to-day life to switch on our home appliances. That is what I said. So this, it looks like this, right? But yeah, it's actually a DC switch, right? We are not concerned with AC switch. The AC switch looks like something different, which has a on-off like of a structure. So that is the different, and this is called as the SPST, that is single pole, single throw switch, right? So we sometimes call it as a toggle switch also, right? So this is a simple switch. It is just to make or break the connection or make or break the flow of current through a line. So that is the SPST switch. Then the other one that we are having is the single pole double throw, right? Single pole double throw. Now single wire, that is a pole, and double throw means two-way connection. So for that, what we need is we need two lines for that, and we need one pole. So one pole is going to connect either this line or the another line, right? Accordingly, we can switch. This switch can be on in both the positions. So switching on a separate device in each case. It is often called a changeover switch. For example, SPDT switch can be used to switch on a red lamp in one position and a green lamp in the other position. But it is going to switch on something, right? So at any of the positions, it's going to switch on. It's not going to break the switch, right? So it is called a single pole. So a single wire is coming over there, and it is having two throws. One will make the another circuit on, the other will make the another circuit on, and it looks like this. So this is a common terminal over here, and these are the 2 points A and B. So both the wires are connected, right? So when this common terminal connects to the A point, it will switch on the A circuit which is connected over there on that part. And when it connects to the B portion or a B point, then it is going to connect the another circuit which is supposed to be connected on the B side, right? So this is called as a single pole double throw switch because it is having two lines which needs to connect to a common wire. So that is called as a single pole double throw switch, right? And it looks like this. So if you are able to see, this central terminal is actually the common terminal, and these two are the 2 points, that is A and B. So when this switch is connected, or either on A, either on the B, but it won't break the connection. So actually it is breaking the connection with A and or B or vice versa like that. But still, it is going to be in continuation with one of the circuits. Yes, of course, this can be used again as one-way switch also. As I told you, single pole, single throw switch also. If you don't connect any of the circuit to the another point, then it can be used as a simple switch also, right? So this is the another type, that is the single pole double throw switch, that is SPDT switch. Then we are having the other one, that is double pole single throw switch, that is DPST. So we are having now two line, and that is one throw. So it looks like that. So we are having two circuits, and we are having two poles. So we are going to switch on the poles, both the circuits at a time, or switch off both the circuits at a time. So we can do that at the same time. That is why we call it as double pole single throw. That means it is going to switch on both the circuits at a time or switch off both the circuits at a time. That is called as DPST. So a pair of on-off switches which operate together, shown by the dotted line in the circuit symbol, right? So that is shown over there, that two wires can be connected by two wires again, making or breaking of that, but at the same time with one switch. So and it looks like this. So we are having a partition of there. So two wires are connected on this side, two wires are connected on the other side, and when you switch on, both the circuits are going to on, or both the circuits are going to be off at the same time. That particular type is called as the double pole single throw switch, right? Double pole single throw switch. Though these are actually pair of switches. There are two switches, but working on one switch, one button, right? So we are having two separate switches made to connect at the single button. So that is called as double pole single throw switch, right? The another one which comes to our mind is a double pole double throw circuit. So DPDT switch, DPDT switch. So which is again a pair of on switches which operate together as shown in this circuit. So same as that single pole double throw circuit, we are having two poles and two throws. So they are going to connect the other circuits at one time and the another circuits at the another time. So we are having this type of arrangement. So they are connected together, and when we switch on, so they are going to connect either at the A terminal, both upper portions, and if they are made off, so they are going to connect at the lower portions, both the circuits at the same time. And it looks like this. So we are having three terminals over here, three terminals on that side. So in all, we are having six terminals in which the two terminals are supposed to be made common, and the four terminals can be connected to either of the circuits, which we actually want that these two circuits are going to be operated on those parts. So we have this type of a switch also. So it is actually a push switch like of a structure, cut type of a switch. So this is the double pole double throw switch. You just need to know what is the symbol of it and how it is going to work. I guess you might be taking the snapshots of this also. Yeah. So this is the type of switch, and this is one more type of a switch which is called as a push button switch, right? So push to on or push to off. So when it is pushed, whether it might be on or it might be off. So we have two portions. Normally open and normally closed, right? So NO, NC, normally open, normally closed, which means that, say, for first example, a normally open switch. So when we push, it will be on, and when we release it, so it will become normally open, like that. So it is a switch which is actually normally it remains at the off position. It is at the top of this, and when we push it, it is on, and when we release it, it again becomes off. So we call it as a normally open position. And this type of switches, I guess you might have used this in sort of, say, doorbells, right? So when we push it, the doorbell goes on, and when we release it, the doorbell gets off. So that is called as the normally open. Means at a relaxed position or a released position, it will remain open. Similar is the case for normally closed. Means what? The switch is normally closed. When we push it, it will become open, right? So normally closed switch returns to its normally closed on position when you release the button. So we are to break the circuits, we have to push, and to make the circuit, we have to release that. So that then only the circuit is going to work, and it should come into the circuit. So these are some of the examples of those circuits, and these are some of the symbols that we are expecting you to write in your literature. So this is the push button switches, that is normally open and normally closed, right? And then we are having a relay. Yes. What is a relay? So this is a good example where we are able to connect a DC circuit with the AC circuit, right? So if I need to switch on a AC circuit by using a DC circuit, we need some circuit in between. That is that we call it as interfacing sort of thing. So we can't operate a DC circuit on AC. We can't operate a AC circuit on DC directly. So in between, we have an intermediate, intermediate control, and that particular control is given by this sort of a relay. Now, how this relay works? So a relay is an electromechanical switch operated by passing current through a coil. I'm going to show you that. Through a coil of a wire wound around a steel core, which acts as an electromagnet. So whenever the current passes through the coil, it becomes a magnet, and accordingly, the switch can be switch on or switch off, and pulling the switch contact down to make or break a circuit, right? So this is the actual symbol of that. So this is supposed to be the electromagnet that we have. This is a common
Repeat करो sir.
terminal. Hello, रिले
Repeat
हाँ चले
repeat करो.
बता रहा हूँ बेटा,
क्यों
ये रिले पूरा पूरा आ रहा है, अभी मैं एक एक चीज बताऊंगा आपको. तो वी हैव अ एनिमेशन आल्सो ऑन दैट. तो जब एनिमेशन आएगा तो यू
सर
विल गेट
साउंड नहीं आ
इट.
रहा था, वीडियो पॉज हो गया था.
ओके ओके, आई विल टेल
वीडियो
यू अगेन
पॉज हो गया था.
what is a relay. A relay is actually a electromechanical switch. ये बता रहा था. electromechanical switch means हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिकली एक कॉइल बनाएंगे और इलेक्ट्रिक वो कॉइल के थ्रू एक मैग्नेट को ऑपरेट करेंगे, राइट? So whenever a coil is wound on that, and whenever current is passed through that coil, the iron piece becomes a magnet, and it switches on, it pulls down or pulls off to a circuit. जैसे मैं अब यहाँ पर आपको ये दिखा रहा हूँ, तो यहाँ पर स्क्रीन पर देखो तो ये जो स्क्वायर रेक्टेंगल दिख रहा है, this acts as a electromagnet. This is a coil and arrangement. I will show you that. And these are the 3 pins. These are actually the 3 pins. One is common, and this is a normally closed position. It remains closed. When this becomes a magnet, it switches from this point to this normally open point, and it gets connected. So this is the isolation between the DC and AC actually. So DC और AC के बीच का isolation करने के लिए we need this type of a circuit. So these are some of the examples. मैं आपको बताता हूँ. So this is that relay actually we were using earlier. Nowadays we are having a small sugar cube sort of sort of relays, small relays which are tagged inside it. So that I will show you again. So this is that. Now, if you are able to see over here in this picture, this is actually a coil, and this is the magnet which is going to make or break. And these are some of the connections which are really going to connect that. So this is the sort of that arrangement. Now let us see that. I'm going to show you in one of the animations over there. So yeah, how do this relay work? So a small current is passed through a coil, I have told you, which generates a magnetic field. Now this magnetic field pulls the armature down towards the coil. At the end of that armature is a contact. When the armature moves, its contact touches the contact of the controlled circuit. This creates a closed circuit. Now let us see how it works. So this is that what I need to tell you. So this is a DC voltage. You are able to see this is a battery which is connected to a coil. Now this gray portion is an iron piece, and when a current is passed, when the switch is on, this coil becomes the current flows through this coil, and this becomes a magnet, right? And as soon as this becomes a magnet, this switch is attracted towards this position, which is normally open, and it closes the circuit, and then only the light is on, right? So light glows over there. So this is, if you can understand, this is represented as an AC circuit, right? This is the AC circuit which is connected to the light, and this is a DC circuit. So we are using this for isolation. There is no as such connection between these two, right? So this is a spring. The red color one is a spring which pulls or drops this switch, right? So this is how the relay works. So this is what I need to tell you, that I'm going to show you this animation. This animation is wonderful to understand how a relay works. So again, I am going to tell you that this is the DC circuit. This is a coil, green color coil, and this is a gray colored iron piece. So whenever this switch is closed, the current passes through the coil, and the current passes through the coil, and so just hold for a second. Okay, so yeah, so the current passes through the coil, and this becomes a magnet, right? And as soon as it becomes magnet, this soft piece is going to be attracted towards this position, which makes the connection, and the circuit is complete, and the light glows, right? So as soon as we switch on this, we can switch on or off the AC signal. I guess you have understood the working of a relay, right? So this is the basic concept of that, how a relay works, right? So this is the normally closed position, and this is the normally open position over there, right? So this is the working of that. And why are they used? Now, how they are used? So they are used in a number of circuits, right? Wherever we want that we have to connect some of the DC portion, because we are switching DC circuits. We are using these DC circuits to switch on off our lights. Nowadays, we are studying IoT, Internet of Things. What it implies is a person sitting anywhere in the world can switch on or off his home appliances on his mobile. So how he is going to connect? Because on mobile we are using it a DC supply. We are sending the signals to a DC circuit, and from that DC circuits we are going to operate the AC, the AC signals, AC appliances. Those are lights, tube lights, even the door clocks that be managed by using the IoT. So there are number of applications of these. Some of the applications which we typically use are the to control a circuit at higher voltage or current. This is for safety, remote control, and some is starter, motors, headlights, horns. So these all are used for relays, and yes, they are used earlier. And they are doorbells. I have already told you. Industrial machinery. In industrial machineries, we are operating those machineries on AC high voltage. In fact, some of the machineries are being used in three-phase AC voltages. So those AC voltages are very harmful for us, even if you switch on a switch, a general switch that we are using at our home. So what happens? There are sparks, right? There are sparks generated because of high current passing through that switch. And sometimes what happens, it breaks or it burns. Most specifically, it burns. So to avoid that, we can use those types of relays which can be connected to a lower DC, 5-volt DC, and which can be used to operate on or off the higher AC, right? So there, these relays can be used. Remote lighting systems, and more examples are there where we can use. Some of the examples we can have here. So I guess, yes, yeah, the circuit that turns the relay on and off is called as a control circuit. We have to design that particular DC circuit also. And the circuit that is activated or deactivated with the switching of the relay is called as a controlled circuit. So these are two separate circuits. One is called as a controlling circuit or a control circuit, which is a DC supply actually, and the control circuit, which is actually the bulb which I have shown you over the in the relay, working of a relay. So that bulb is called as a control circuit, whereas that DC battery circuit is called as the controlling circuit. Or so relay contacts normally open versus normally closed. So this is what we have. I guess you have understood this. This is the common terminal which is there, and this is NO means normally open, NC means normally closed. So when we don't apply any voltage, DC voltage, the switch is normally closed. The spring is over here, and whenever we use it, so we can break this, and it might be connected to the normally open switch, right? So we can use both the ways. Both the both the NO and NC can be used for your as per your requirements. Whether you need to switch on or switch off, you can design accordingly. So this is the relay contacts that we are specifically using those, and some of the buzzer circuits that we can develop at our labs also. So we can demonstrate the operations of relay circuits so that it makes and breaks contact to simulate a buzzer circuit, right? In fact, in second year, we used to make circuit, a temperature controlled circuit, right? So by using LM37IC, we used to control the bulb, right? So, okay. So, sorry. So we need to control that. Yeah. So the temperature sensor circuit can be used for those things also. So this is some of the use, that is the buzzer can operate the buzzer. The latches are there. So latches means we holding together. So something can be hold for a moment. So we can construct these latches that is dominate set accordingly. So we are having these latches means we can hold for some time. So these can be used for those relays. Accordingly, we can use those. So we are having two switches over here which can be used accordingly as per your requirements. So these are called as latches. Some more latches are shown which I guess you don't have in your syllabus. So these are dominate, reset and all. So these circuits are not being used. I guess this much is enough for today. And we can just repeat what we have studied today and we can conclude our class. And if you have any queries, so you can ask me for that. So is there any questions regarding this? So if you have anything, kindly let me. So what we are studying today is the switches and relays. So that is supposed to be the last topic of our unit 1. And in that, what is a switch? A switch is just to open on or off a circuit, right? That is called as a switch. This is the symbol for a general purpose switch that we are using. And these are some of the types of switches that we have. Then there are some types of switches. The first one is single pole, single throw switch, which has only one line and one connection, make or break type of a circuit, which I have shown you. This is the symbol. This is that switch. This is actually a DC switch, which we use, but we have not considered with AC. Therefore, I'm showing you the DC switch or that. This is called a single pole, single throw. That is ST switch. Then we are having single pole, double throw switch, which is made to connect two circuits simultaneously at one time, right? So this is another example of that. One terminal is common, and that can be switched to the A circuit or the B circuit accordingly. This is the example of that switch. This is actually the symbol of that. Then we have another example as double pole single throw switch, in which we are having two lines and two wires. So they are used to connect two circuits at a time and to break two circuits at a time, right? So this is the example of DPST, double pole single throw switch. Double pole single throw switch. This is a symbol of that. That is what you are expected to write. And the last one is double pole double throw switch. That is DPDT. Means we are having two poles and two throws on or off. The four individual circuits can be made on or off accordingly as per our requirement. So that's the type of a switch. Then this is a push button switch, which is normally open and normally closed switch. So when we push, it just becomes on. When we push, this becomes off. So these are some of the examples of those. Then we have studied about the relays. Relay means electromechanical switch, which can be operated by DC and which can be used to make or break or switch on or off the AC circuit, right? And how it works, that we have shown in the next animation over here. This is the basic example where we are expecting to show you that this is a small DC circuit in which the current is passed through the coil, and this gray colored iron bar becomes a magnet which pulls this shaft and which makes this connection of AC, and the bulb glows accordingly. So as soon as this switch is on, the other switch that is in AC works. So this is the basic concept of the relay that we are used, and they are used widely in many of the appliances. There is one example, which I need to show you. So earlier we used that type of a relay. These are latches. I guess these are not in our syllabus. Only relays and switches are there. I guess I have one. I might show you that. Okay. Yes, I don't have that with me right now. Okay. In the next class, I will definitely show you that. So I guess today is over for today now, and I expect that if you have any queries, I can resolve those, or else we can conclude the class. So let me conclude formally. Thank you very much for joining, and do go and visit my YouTube channel. I will be uploading this this video on YouTube also. And if you have any queries, put it on comment box, as well as we have a group there also. You can put the comments and you can ask questions me too. Thank you very much. And from my end, wish you a very nice day. Yes, Rinki? You have any question?
सर जो ई स्कॉलरशिप का फॉर्म भरना था.
Thank you very much for joining today's class, and I wish you a very great day today. And stay home, stay safe, and take care. Please take care. Bye. See you soon in the next class. Good day. Bye.